like as a rookie, it's about building confidence to know that you can compete at this level, and you know it's kind of tough. Like, but if you look back, we were talking like Jason Christie, Tharp, Ayler. Those three never made the Forrest Wood Cup the first year. So you know, but you know after that they kind of stepped it up, and you know I think Jason, you know, he got a lot of confidence with his first win at the tour level, you know, at Hartwell, and he's just kind of riding it right now to. You know, they're the best angler in the world.
Yeah, they're animals. It's
good.
very competitive, and you'd think that to finish in the top 50 would be
easy.
Yeah. How hard is that going to be? Well, I can tell you, it's not easy.
It's extremely difficult. Yeah, I thought like, you know, they pay 50 out of 150. You know, oh, I only got to beat 1 in 3 guys, but you know, when you're looking over there, it's like, okay, there's 4 guys. There's Andy Morgan, Jason Christie, Brent Ayler,
Brian Thrift.
Yeah, Brian Thrift. Like,
those 4 guys don't miss checks.
Yeah, those guys don't, you know, or Tharp, or, you know, a bunch of other guys that just don't miss checks ever. I think if you put as much effort and time into like running something else, you could be like a multi-millionaire. You know, if we took that kind of energy and time and put it into, you know, doing anything else, I think you could be a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so too. That's a pretty good point.
Yeah. Grand Lake, stop number 5. We're in Oklahoma. So the trip getting here, it was pretty insane. I left the house about 6:30 in the morning. It was supposed to be a 10-hour trip from you know, Huntsville, Alabama, and I guess just before I got to Little Rock, strong storms were coming in, and I blew a tire on the truck. And if you know about changing a tire, you have to get the spare out from under the truck and replace the tire and all that. And you know, with the boat on the back, it made it that much more difficult. So you know, I was there changing the tire, and you know, it was pretty much like a monsoon. You know, a lot of rain, some tornadoes this past week, stuff like that.
The Grand Lake tournament was supposed to be a deep water tournament, with most guys throwing deep diving plugs or football jigs. But because of the stormy, wet spring, and there were some tragic storms in the Moore, Oklahoma, and Tulsa areas, because of all that weather, the water has just stayed high and kept on getting higher and higher.
It's kind of scary because, I mean, there's pockets of trees that are floating down the main channel. So it'll be interesting to see what we do at takeoff.
It's even got to the point where there's water in the bushes. And that cover means this tournament is changed from a deep water tournament to a shallow water tournament.
You know, Chickamauga, I went up there in pre-practice. I feel comfortable on those type of lakes. You know, I don't think, you know, I have a shot at winning that, but, you know, I feel comfortable on those TVA lakes. This lake, it's a little bit over my head, and I need to, you know, I need to at least squeak out here with a good finish. You know, it might be a Smith Lake type bomb, you know. This is going to be the one that decides, I think, whether or not I get in the cup. I'm 100% sure, one way or the other.
After a bad practice, Casey's at a loss as to what he's going to do, fish shallow or fish deep. So he decides to flip a coin, basically, and the coin says fish shallow. So he goes to some shallow water, but the water is slowly falling, and now there's no structure cover in the water. And he's fishing water like this deep, so there's nothing there for the bass to hide in. Casey has no choice but to go back up deep.
Watch out!
Ranger Everly Pro Casey Martin from New Hope, Alabama, coming to the scales today with a 5 bass limit. 11 pounds, let's double check. 12 ounces, 11-12, Casey.
Day one, it's not looking too good. Right now, there is 41 guys weighed in. I'm in 30th place. So out of 41 guys, I've only beat 11 guys so far. So times that by, I'll probably be in about 85th, 90th place when the day's over. I think maybe even lower at 147. So make up some ground tomorrow. I think if I can catch 13, maybe 14, I'll probably be able to get a check. You know, if I catch 13, 14 tomorrow, at least I'll still have a shot at the Forrest Wood Cup going into the final event. You know, if I finish outside the 60th, I probably, you know, I'd have to really do real well at Chickamauga to make it. So, This is Garrett, my co-angler from Rockford, Illinois. We had a good time out there today.
Do the same thing tomorrow. I think it'd be all right.
It was a success too. I mean, I didn't throw him out of the boat, so that was.
I was thankful for that.
Yeah, that was good. So
I can swim, but I don't know about 45.
Day one, Casey catches 11 pounds, 12 ounces. Got a 5 bass limit, but that's not saying much. The fishing was really good, and 11 pounds, 12 ounces it's not going to cut it. He's in 103rd.
Hit a log this morning. Yeah, the prop's bent, so hopefully it lasts throughout the day. It wasn't big either. I mean, it was like the size of that over there.
Right after takeoff on day 2, Casey hit a log. He knew he hit something. He didn't know how bad the damage was, and he was able to fish at his first spot just fine. But as he left and tried to go to his next spot, he noticed he couldn't quite get his boat on plane. Something was seriously wrong, and he found out one of his prop blades was bent over.
Anytime an angler has a problem out on the water, regardless of what it is, they got my cell number, they call me, and we react as needed. If there's anything we can do to assist those guys within the rules, then obviously we go out of our way to try to help them, because these guys have got a lot of money invested, and we feel responsible to at least give them every opportunity to do good in an event, and we do what we can to help them out. Like for instance today with Casey Martin, even he hit something, bent a prop up, and our rules allow someone to bring him a piece of equipment.
Luckily for Casey, he has a backup crew in the form of Travis and Stacy, the producers of Circuit Breaker. Now these guys have been following him around all year, daylight to dusk. When he eats, breathes, sleeps, there's a camera in Casey's face all the time. But in this case, if they can go get him a backup prop, that's a huge help.
I need a huge favor. Yeah, what's that? Can you grab a prop? There's a prop in the back of my truck. Can you guys go grab it for me? Is it? There it is.
Oh, okay. Just and
Yeah, I don't know. It was a small log too. I mean, I was going 40 miles an hour. And you got the jack plate too? Is it all the way up? Yeah. Is it okay? All right.
Prop changing 101.
Yeah. The things I'll do for ratings, you know? Think my calling well, changing a prop this time for you. Should be good to go in a second.
do you always carry a spare can?
In the truck, yeah. I didn't used to until I did this one other time, and I was like, well, it'd be beneficial to have a spare one, I guess. Gotta use my piece of wood before I cut my hand. Unless that'll help ratings too. Just let me know.
Probably would.
Thanks. All right, good to go.
He's your Ranger Pro now out of New Hope, Alabama, Casey Martin. Casey, 12-11 on day one. 5 bass in the bag today. That weighed 12 pounds and 12 ounces, got you at 24.8 overall.
Thank you. You're good?
Yep. I just don't know how I missed out on the bite. You know, they were obviously in those bushes, but I had no good stretches to go to today, you know. I just caught some at that one spot. I don't know how these guys found them so good. I think there's like a hot area of the lake that I missed out on where everybody's catching them. I think all the leaders are like in the same creek, actually. Right now, I gotta get way down there. Wow. 86 right now.
Lower unit, lost my lower unit, and just
There's
took
still
off trolling
probably-
across the lake trying to find a ramp.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up in
I don't know the
about
name of the local guy that came and picked me up, but I appreciate
probably
it.
about 100th, maybe even a little.
And you know, we went out
I don't
there
know. We'll
and fished.
see. I mean, it's going to be tough for the Forrest Wood Cup now. Can't believe I've had over 12 pounds a day and still didn't. I mean, not even close to the check range. Yeah, it's always good when you hit a log right off the beginning. Then I caught that 4-pounder. It kind of turned around, and then I caught that other good one. I thought, oh, maybe today's the day. But then it went downhill from that real quick.
We fished the EverStart Championship against each other last year, and he made the cut and I didn't, so I knew who he was instantly then, you know, and been following him ever since, you know. He's living the dream, you know.
I don't know. It seemed like a nightmare today. I don't know if this is the dream, man. Why somebody wake me up?
It's better than working.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
For all the bad stuff that's happened, you never lost your cool all day long.
No, yeah.
The guy I had yesterday, anything bad happened, he'd lose everything. You know?
I've had so many bad things go wrong over my career that I'm just used to it. You know what I mean? That's why I had all those tools. You know, it's like every one of those tools. It was added to that toolbox because something bad went wrong at some point. Now I got everything covered. You know, I get a flat, I can change it. I get a lower unit problem, I can fix it. You know, anything. Batteries go out, I can change them. You know, everything on that boat.
We're
Pretty much.
talking about NASCAR. We are the pit stop.
Yeah, we're the pit crew.
Stay on there. Stay on there. Stay on there. Stay on there. That'll work.
Everyone knew Jason Christie was a big favorite, this tournament being on his home lake, but they didn't expect domination quite like this. Christie absolutely caught the snot out of him for 4 days. He had over 78 pounds.
$125,000. This officially makes him a bass fishing millionaire.
We'll talk to Randy, see what he's doing. What's going on, Mr. Tharp?
Disappointed in you this week.
I know, I'm disappointed in myself too. Like the EverStarts, the guys are good, but like this level is a whole nother level. I mean, you know, you can kind of have a bad day in the EverStart and still do all right. You have one bad day here and you're like in 130th place, you know?
I felt that way my first year.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't qualify for the Cup your first year, did you?
That's the only year I missed it.
Yeah, I was looking, you, Ayler, Christie, none of you guys qualified for the Cup.
Once you realize you're better than like 90% of them, you'll beat 90% of them every time.
I guess. I hit a log yesterday too, coming out of takeoff, first thing.
Really?
Yeah, it just bent up the prop, and luckily these guys were following me, so Bill let them, they said it's okay to go get my spare prop out of the truck. They brought it to me and changed it up.
What in the boat?
No.
Rookie mistake.
Rookie mistake.
I mean, come on, that's why they make that little holder back there for your prop.
Well, I don't have the holder. Not in the setup I got. I got 2 batteries, oil, and 2 batteries.
Yeah, you need to change that.
Yeah, put 3 batteries on one side. Yeah, I thought about it. Yeah, you know, they break you, beat you down, and try to build you up. You know, I was waiting for the build-up period.
After Grand Lake, Casey's in a real tough spot. The old adage is you kind of get 1 bomb per year if you want to make the Forrest Wood Cup, and Casey now has 2 bombs. So to make that Forrest Wood Cup, he's going to need to pull out some late year heroics at Chickamauga.
So how are you doing in the points, man?
I was 43rd going in, and now it's kind of tough after this one. Finished 100th in this one, so probably end up being. Dropping
a few.
Yeah, probably about 60th.
So you need to really crack them.
Yeah.
At Chickamauga.
Yeah. Mathematically, we looked at the points last night. Probably going to need somewhere, you know, top 5, top 10 for sure. You know, possibly top 5.